I'm listening.
These other people can't hear because you're yakking. The year was 1964.
Good year.
I was in
Remember when they,
Morgantown, West Virginia, working at the medical center at night. Now normally, at midnight, I'd pick up a nurse and go home. But I didn't this night because some guy ran his motorcycle in a tree at 100 mile an hour, and the bet was on to see how many bones were not broken. I won, and I had $2 or $3. I said, well, I'm going home. It was 3 in the morning. I went home, went to bed. Okay, I get up the next morning about 10 o'clock. I'm groggy, so it's time for breakfast. And right down across the road was Sleepy's Tavern. And I went down to Sleepy's for a short. Now a short at Sleepy's was a boiled egg and a beer. If you wanted long, you had 2 eggs, a piece of meat, sometimes salami, sometimes bologna, sometimes spam, and a big beer. Okay, I just wanted a short, so I go into my own chair. I had my own bar stool at Sleepy's because it was my own bar stool. When I first went there, the bar stool was broken, and I said, Sleepy, if I can get my own bar stool, will you let me sit in it all the time? He said, you got it, pal. And so I put my own bar stool there. So this day at about 10 in the morning, I'm tired from working all night, and I went down to Sleepy's.
Remember what day it was? What day of the week?
Yes, I do. I can't let that out. It was 2 days after President Kennedy got blown away. Whenever LBJ suckered him into going to Texas to blow him away. You know that whole story.
I know that.
Suckered him down and get blown so he could be. Okay, that's another whole story.
Yeah.
That was 63, but it's
Right,
okay.
63.
Don't get them off track.
I'm sorry.
You're right, it was. You're right. I was just seeing who was listening. Dave's the only one listening, 63. Okay.
73.
So I'm sitting there, I went into my bar stool at 10 in the morning. I said, Shorty, give me a short. Well, there's a girl sitting in the next stool. She has a mini skirt on, and she's on her second short. Because I could tell by the eggshells and the 2 beers sitting there. I said, hey, how you doing? I said, what's your name? And she said, Myra. I said, oh, good to meet you, Myra. And so I finished my short and I said, hey. I said, you want to know where I live? She said, I thought you'd never ask. Yeah. So we go across the street up the hill to my house. And I'm walking behind her. You know, strategically, when a girl's wearing a miniskirt, you let her get ahead a little bit so you can get a little glimpse up there. And she had these,
Careful, there's children.
I know, she had these bright yellow underpants on with some black writing on the butt. I can't read it because she got some wobble to her. So we eased up there to my house, in my little apartment, and I said, hey, Myra, what's that writing on your pants?
Dad.
Careful.
Yeah.
Edit.
Well, anyway, she took them off and held them up and said, the terrible bow. And I said, what's that all about? She said, but I've been on the road from Pittsburgh for about 2 weeks. I've been eating shorties. I got some terrible bow. And then what she did was she twirled them. And then she threw them and they hit the wall and they stuck. I mean, that's the sexiest thing I ever saw in my life. I mean, they stuck on the wall. Woo! Well, anyway, long story, I'm going to shorten the story a little bit.
Did you, hey, Vic, here's the deal. We know the answer. Did you sniff them?
Whoa, you could sniff them across the room. Anyway, but when she used me up, there was a time she used me up and I was done, whatever.
2.5 minutes.
And I said, hey, what's your last name? She said, Cope.
Get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that's the truth. That was the history of the terrible towel. It started out as the terrible bow. That's
The
the,
guy don't sleep at
Story I've
night.
ever heard.
He goes to bed and he wakes up with his crap.
that's the truth, Jack. Yeah.
Now you know, Tony. Now you know.
Myra Coe was the daughter of Myron Coe. That's where he got the idea. His daughter. It was soaking wet. Hey Vic,
Well, I tell you what.
What do you drink?
huh?
What do you drink?
Anything?
We like to get whatever it is you're drinking. Half a gallon.
Hey Vic,
Oh, yeah, that's the truth. I got a new
You know,
Huh?
hey
thought I
Vic,
had a
that
problem.
story's true. It would never
And you're the
be.
estate
That's a
manager
true story.
and building project
True
manager.
story. But I had to wait all these years before I let it out. I know you're all
We had to wait for the
saying
right time.
We had a
Right
little
time,
bit
it
of
seemed
around
appropriate.
tonight.
Appropriate occasion.
But she had the terrible bile from eating the shorts down there at Stevens
Yeah,
Tavern.
that Shorty will do that to you.
You eat
really like
you
that.
eat a boiled egg and a beer for breakfast. You're gonna have some terrible bile. That's the truth, man.
Where's this one? Put this in the backpack. Yeah.
So when come from that to the Steelers?
Shower.
I lost some time in there because she went off on her own, and I never knew what went on between her and her dad.
She meant to spread the joy.
But they did better than us.
It turned into a terrible
He's
time.
not gonna stop.
It started out as a terrible
There's not
bile.
gonna be like a good break.
But a boom. That's it.
Impressive.
There's not gonna be a break.
Scary stuff.
That's truth. No, that ain't scary. That's the truth.
Well, I believe you. I've always believed you.
I mean, when I was in Crystal Bible, she
I don't know when
did
to
this,
stop it.
boom. And they
I
hit
hope
the
you have a
wall.
long battery.
Don't you have a battery in your dad, you just pull out?